This person lives by the philosophy, the epitome of class, excellence, and goodwill. She is currently the youngest female councillor in Jamaica and the youngest councillor ever to sit in St. Elizabeth's Parish Council, now called the Municipal Corporation. She was born in the quiet farming community of Falspen and currently resides in Brompton District, which is less than a mile away. She is a past student of the Black River High School, where she graduated in 2009 with 8 CSEC subjects, 7 units of CAPE, and an associate degree. Later in 2009, she matriculated to the University of the West Indies, where she attained a bachelor's degree, majoring in public sector management and minoring in political science. It can be said that from a tender age, she has always strived for excellence. She was also an active student and as such gained many achievements, including joining the greatest youth movement in Jamaica, Jamaica 4-H Club to become the 4-H Girl of the Year in 2007, first place winner of Miss 4-H St. Elizabeth, 2006 through to 2007, first runner-up Miss St. Elizabeth Farm Queen 2008, bursary scholarship recipient Case Jamaica 4-H 2008, Youth of Excellence and Leadership from the New Testament Church of God Jamaica and the Cayman Islands 2009-2004. She continues, JCDC Parish Awardees as Youth Leader at age 16 on Heroes Day. Great lady she is. She's also a certified victim support unit counselor. She has been representing Jamaica both nationally and internationally since the age of 16. She was head of delegation to China, Bridge of the Future Leadership Program, Road and Belt Symposium 2017-2018. She was also a recipient of the Prime Minister's Youth Award for Leadership and Excellence in 2018. With so much under her belt at such a young age.
Malcolm. Chairman in his absence, Councillor Myers. Vice Chairman Sharif Senior. Principal and Acting Principal, Mrs. Georgia Stewart. Committee Convener, Mrs. Sigree. Ladies and gentlemen, students, good afternoon. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's indeed a pleasure to be here again at Aberdeen High School. It's always a pleasure to get the opportunity to speak to not only our students, but teachers and staff of any institution. But I'm loving Aberdeen. I love the color, I love the green, red, I just love Aberdeen. So, it's always clean and pleasant to be, don't you? Yes. I love to be here. Thank you, Ms. Hanson Sigree, for inviting me along with Ms. Senior. Today we're talking about converting our visions into destiny. And I want Mrs. Sigree to play low.
Caterpillar.
Caterpillar. You have it? You hearing it? I want everyone to download this song when you go home. It's Agent Sasagon LC. So we're all caterpillars, right? We're all born to fly. Not physically, right?
So no matter how you try, but you can never change my mind. I know we've got
Thank you very much.
I know we've got.
Did you hear that line of the song?
Yes.
If caterpillars, the little sluggish, ugly looking thing, can turn into a butterfly, so can I, and so can all of us. And it's very important to understand the concept of the song, and I'm going to carry you through. I, from an early age, knew that I was born to win. I was born to become successful. I was born to be a change maker. I understand that with the pandemic, we have seen some of the undesirables around us, right? We have seen negativities pouring more because we're more in tune to our social medias and our internets, so we forget what the norm is. But the norm isn't the negative. The norm isn't the bad things. The norm is what is inside us and what we can accomplish, how we can convert into our destinies. So we have been home and we have been back to school, home and back to school, and this is on the brain of all of us, from the teachers to the students. A lot of persons don't understand how this affects the teachers. Let me touch on that before I reach to the students. The teachers have to now plan differently to teach the students, right? Don't teachers?
Yes.
It is more difficult for teachers to engage when there's no students to engage. So instead of being in school, in class, the students are on their corner or by the river, chilling in the day like there's no school, because the norm has changed, not only for the students, but for the teachers. So teachers have to get devices to keep up. Teachers have to buy more supplies. Teachers have to create another atmosphere for learning. But let's touch on the parents for a little bit. The parents too are struggling. The parents too don't understand what is happening and how to convert their children's vision into their destiny. Parents too are afraid. Parents too are unsure of what the future may hold. But parents must understand that the first contact from birth into childhood, into teenage and into adulthood is their responsibility. I know some persons may say that the parents are failing. I wouldn't go as far, but I know that the parents have to do more. You cannot tell me that my child that I gave birth to is not listening to me. When I tell him or her to join online class, him or her is going about him or her business. The parents have a very important role to play.
Yes.
And we cannot blame teachers. We cannot blame the authorities when we ourselves cannot control our own children at home. We can't blame the police, because the police only gets what we send out into the society. So parents, I know it's hard, but you have an important role to play in the development of your child and the growth of your child's destiny into their vision. We cannot have our children telling us, "Me nah go no school today." And them nah go, because they're my boss and I'm in charge, right? Cannot be that we allow our children to rule us. Because when they come to school, Miss Mackenzie, you have to go check them up. And the Ministry of Education will come for you.
Come on.
So we cannot allow our teachers, parents, I'm not at you, because today we're here to celebrate our students. But there are so many more students who should have been here today. for us to celebrate them and celebrate with them. But some of our parents have fallen below the standard that parents should be. I wasn't born in a rich home. My mother is a farmer, was a cosmetologist, we call it hairdresser, then a farmer and a stay-home mother. My father is a cabinet maker, carpenter. But they knew one thing. They didn't pass high school, but they know all their 5 children will have to accomplish and become what they know they can be. They instilled early that education is the key out of poverty. Education is the key to success. So that's why I tell the parents from early, tell your children, motivate your children, let them know that the caterpillar that is slugging along can fly and become a beautiful bright butterfly. That little caterpillar that draws with slime can become a butterfly of success. Not because when you're in 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, you bear C and D and E and F you get. That does not mean that you cannot pass CXC and all the other areas in the NVT. You can pass. You can become more. Honestly, I never got too serious until 10th grade. To be honest, you know? You don't know the seriousness of life until you're ready for CXC, not true? Yes. And the reality is, it does not matter how you start, it matters how you plan to finish.
Come on.
They said the race is not for the swift, but who can endure. Greatness does not come at the beginning and at the end. Greatness is from within. You have to have greatness in your mind, your entire being, your blood. When people look upon your children, let me get real with you, both teachers and parents, when you hear and when you see persons speaking down on your children's life, rebuke them. Yes. Rebuke them.
Come on.
Run them.
Yes.
Because the reality, word is power. Some people say word is wind, but word is power. And if you speak negativity in people's life, that's all that they can think and believe, that negativity is the way out. Lord, you walk like a pooper. You look like you got on a gunman. And one that I used, which was used on me, like you got on gogo. I was just 4 years old when a family member said, why, maybe I got on go-go. I didn't even know what go-go means. But my mother rebuked it. My mother prayed and taught me what that meant and what people mean when they say certain things. So you have to instill in your children that no matter what is said about you, is what you know is in your heart and your desire to complete and accomplish your visions. Because it's not about what people think about you and say, all right, you got on scammer, you got on gunman. Because it's easy to. The easiest thing now, not true? Mm-hmm. The easiest thing, man, find a gun, take up a lead sheet, do road. You know? I need to live all my life before we reach 20, because we not past 20. How can you have your children living, believing that they can't or they won't pass 20-year-old? So they have to do everything before them reach there. So how can we allow our nation's children to think that the only route to take is a fast life, either prison or death? I don't care. Because may I accomplish, may I do what I need to do, to buy my car, build a house, knowing that government might take it away because it's illegally gained. We have to see beyond our needs. Some people say, see beyond the 2 point. There's so much future there for our children. the greatness that is untapped, the greatness in our children that is untapped. Parents, we need to untap their potential. It is not about who can do what. It is about who can reach the finish line. And the finish line is not prison or the grave. The finish line is a living the life that you know you're supposed to live. Me a farmer, so me know want my people become farmer. Not true? And if they become farmer, big scale with machine and tractor and, or have a employment status 20, 30 people and sending produce all over the world, we have to think larger than what we were. So it's not because me go and market, we go trail with my children, go and market until them 50 and then not have nothing either. We have to think beyond that. Because our children deserve so much more. Some of our children face real pain, real emotional, physical pain, inflicted by people they love. Some of our students come into school when their granduncle or grandfather just molested them. And they come with a lot of baggage that parents don't know and teachers don't know. They know real pain. So when we come among students, we must always try to encourage them, hold their hands. Sometimes they lash out in anger, and we don't understand why. But it is what it is. Life is not easy, but we cannot allow them to fade away along the roadside all by themselves. So we have to encourage our students. We have to be greater persons who are responsible for not only our children in our household, but children on the streets. So some of them we cuss if I talk to them too hard on the road, not true. But we have to do it anyways, because it takes a community to raise our children, not only one single household. So we have our stories to tell. And students who are being awarded today, you have your story to tell. I have my story to tell. And with those stories is not only to disencourage or make persons feel bad, but it's to encourage. It is to motivate. It is to try to lift each other up. I see primary school children getting laptop and tablets now, not true? I finished university without a laptop or a tablet. Finished. Passed. So don't tell me that the child not learn because they don't have no tablet and no laptop. When I had to burn midnight lamp over UA library, I had to, everybody come up in a room, they put them laptop. We have to go to the library because I don't have it. I have to use the school's computer. So if you have to borrow your neighbor's laptop or computer when they're going to work, or you use your phone, support your children. Everything cannot be easy. Sometimes the hardest things makes you feel better at the end. Because when you work hard, there's a line in Massacre's songs that says, "Look what hard work give me, nobody no kind so." There is no one kinder than working for yourself, working hard to accomplish your goals. Nobody no kind so. You will never accomplish more without hard work, dedication. And I want students and parents here to understand when your teachers call you or discipline your children, don't cuss them. You think they're patriotic. Them only patriotic, they love your children. There's so much opportunities right now. Canada, America, and England are called for teachers like crazy. They could have gone, but they're here with your children, working less than they would get if they travel. Not true, teachers?
Oh, yes.
So much opportunities out there for nurses and our policemen, but they're here. So can we appreciate them more? Can we respect them more? Because one of the problems that I know that this country is facing, nobody respects nobody anymore.
No way.
Nobody.
Something of the past. Yes.
People passing you, not even good morning.
Yes.
Parents, students, but remember I know them suck the grape and set the children's teeth on edge. So the parents there that cuss the teacher in front of the students and expect the student to come back to school respecting the teachers. That won't happen.
No.
So respect is important, and I realize the respect. You see people on the internet, and as I put up something, everybody a bash, everybody negative, everybody is the cleanest person in the world, and nobody can make mistake. Not true. Everybody a judge, jury, and executioner. We have to be more compassionate as people. We have to be more respectful, and we have to guide our children in the right and proper way. We're not heading in a direction that we should continue. We're heading in a direction that we need to stop, take a check of ourselves, revisit our inner and outer self, and do better. Right there, so we need to do better, and that's the reality. So the little things that persons will say, oh, that are mine or something. Students come to school and they go over the farm and they cut the cane, but nobody knows to talk to them. I don't teach them a teach, they just take it. What is it called? You don't get permission to take it, so it's stealing. But nobody knows to talk to nobody, not true. And then afterwards, them start go in a Miss Jane house and start take things. No man, Miss Jane and nearby know him long time, he can't take it, but they never get permission. But when they become older and then have the lead sheet, no man, they don't know who they might take it from, so it's okay. It is still called stealing. And when them can't get the calls right, them start broke shop, broke business place, and if persons see them, then they kill them. Because the Bible tells you, the thief come not only to steal, but to kill and destroy.
Yes.
So these little things, that's what we call them, little things, man. Nothing to it. These little things becomes monsters that we cannot control. So when you see the little things, nip it in the bud. Because we are creating a society that we cannot control if we not nip it in the bud from the yard, from the schools. Because the end result is either the grave or prison. None of them are nice. So we have to know where we're heading as a community and as a country. Because we need our students to fly. And even when your wings are broken, because some people young, they can recover. Don't let them think that this is the end of the road. They can recover. Birds can fly on broken wings. Even when they must shake and wobble, they can fly on broken wings. So not because they start off bad and doing the wrong things, that means that's the end of the road for them. Let us lift them up and take them through. If faith can move mountain, at least you try. Some people believe that, God isn't working again because everything is going wrong. Have faith. Try. When your students pass 5 subjects, don't ask them why I never passed 8. Encourage them, man. We think you need 3 more. Let me help you to achieve it. Because our students can fly. And my final words, live. Live. Remind our children that they can live. Life is the ultimate. As I said earlier, a lot of persons not seen beyond 20, not seen beyond 25. I want to grow old with my children and my grandchildren, and Mark, I don't start having children yet. So, you know that it's really old. Children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren, because I want to live. Don't you want to live?
Yes.
Life hard, but we want to live, not true?
Yes.
Life is the ultimate. So live to prove them wrong.
Oh, yes.
Live to prove them wrong.
Yes.
Them are going to say you're going to fail. You're going to come to nothing. You're a crop. You can't accomplish. But live to prove them wrong.
Yes.
Live to set an example. Live to make the change that you want to see in the world. Live. Live to change the landscape of your families. Be the first to go to college. Be the first to become a doctor or a lawyer. Live. You can't become doctor and lawyer in the grave or in the prison. Live. You think you're going to live in prison? You're slowly dying. I visited once long time ago and I said, I'm not going back here. It's hot. It stinks. And it's a little box with a whole heap of people. So don't think that going to prison is living. You're just slowly dying. So live. Life is the ultimate. So live life to the best of your abilities. Don't think that spreading Hennessy and cars is living. You're wasting money that people could have used better. Don't think that because you buy 5 vehicles at the age of 20, you're living. And you don't have a peace of mind because either your friend, police, or gunman ever come for you. That's not living. We need to encourage our children to live. Because without life, there's nothing. We don't want to go on a funeral, go bath for nobody. Gone too soon. You don't hear that so often? Too often. Gone too soon. Lord God, how you take my son so early? But you never say when your mother wrongs, not true? When you collect your money and the man not work, your son not working and you collect a bag of money, you never realize. We need to encourage our students, our children, to live life abundantly. Because without life, there's no hope. And we're living for hope and we're living in the grace of God.
Yes.
Because without God, we're nothing. So if you don't remember anything that I said today, just remember, live. We have bullet, before I finish, you have something, I think it's one of our biggest problems in Jamaica, probably in the world, is the not good man. Not true?
Yes.
What we call bad man. Woo? Woo?
Come on.
Bad man. Everyone was born with a clear thought, with a good heart and good mind. Bad mind is something we grow in you. Kill it from early. Just like back in the days when I go to school and you come home with a pencil, and your mother said, carry it back on a field, and if I give you that one day, we need to reach back there.
Come on.
Because why you think we pick the pencil? It's not yours. A bad man, somebody for them pencil, carry it back. Then the parenting that needs to come back.
Yes.
Come on.
So we can have clean minds.
Yes.
We need more people with clean minds and clean hearts. Because in order for a teacher, who everybody else thinks are rich, not true, for a teacher to go home after paying car loan, mortgages, and sleep comfortable, we have to have less bad man. Because rich teacher, drive car, and most of you have to pay Scotia and NCD loan every month end. Right? They don't understand that. They think say, teacher rich.
Yes.
Because they don't understand the struggles that you have to go through to ensure that you are comfortable.
That's think
but you didn't want to shake down. So we have to encourage our students and our community members to live with good mind and good heart. So if I see a falling person, I can help them up and not laugh because they're down. We have to cultivate better minds and better hearts. It cannot continue. It cannot continue in the direction that we're going. We have to live and be able to live without people long eye and bad mind and grudgeful. I want to kill you for what you work for. Then I remember saying you have to go teachers college, you know. You have to go university, you know. You have to pay student loan, have to pay student loans, you know. They don't understand life. But teachers want to live too. The policemen want to live too. But when they use a certain amount of money through illegal gains and they can't get it anymore, who will be next target? Law-abiding citizens or teachers going home after hard work at school, but they're willing to shake them down because teacher rich.
Yeah. Teacher rich?
Not me.
That's the thought that they are having. And we have to remind them that car loan, student loans, mortgage, have to pay, and the children at home, grocery have to buy, light bill have to check, yes, Lord. Hey, NWC, right? So we have to create the atmosphere for persons to understand that when you see teacher living and them can go on like a restaurant and buy one little food, and because they're rich, they want to enjoy life too.
Yes, they want to live. They want to live.
Right?
Yes.
Yes, man, teacher rich, so me want to come shake him down and shake her down. Because the mind not clean and the heart not clean. But this is something that we have to cultivate from early in our children. Some people gone through the gate, but some people can be resurrected and saved. Because we all want to live. And live free and comfortable and live happy. Because life is for living. Let us all encourage each and every one of us to allow us to live.
Yes.
Let us live. I don't want to die, but we're going to die one day. So in the meantime, let us live. Because life is the ultimate. Life is the ultimate. I want Mrs. Sigrid to play the last song for me.
You know, unfortunately,
I know everyone knows this, right? And I use songs that I know the students, and even our teachers know. Because the reality is, this is the music that our children are listening to, and not all of them are bad.
Looking at my life, I knew we'll find you. Ever since I get the right, no find you. This land is like a quicksand, I'm gonna put the final. The music make me sense. Like from woman, I try to play mama drive short. And I'm really you can kill me, yes, but man, I'm high up. What's the cage, man, I'm touch the stage and sing some my note. I'm go wife for the family, them rock my boat. Poverty, that celebration like July 4th.
It says to kill poverty. That's the only thing we need. Kill poverty with substance. No more.
Let's give it up the floor, bring me down, I'm on top of two. Never money, no one jump up before. One side, give my blessings and my God, them I live high. I went my wings and broken, I still fly. If you don't move the mountain, I still try. And if it's a man chosen, me never forget the God, them I live by. My blessing at the road, them I give fly. Be my eyes, I'm open.
Lyrics!
Still fly when my wings and broken.
They can still fly. Even when the wings are broken.
Think of a pop, reach up for bird. You're not looking for the show, you're the learn. Life on the show, you're not giving a firm. So, move belly hard,
Next one.
You hear? Even when the wings are broken, they still can fly.
Next one.
As we said earlier, right? greatness in all of us blood. We just have to find it and cultivate it. So this is the last song. This is the last song. You can know that I'm a massive fan, right?
The money not change, none of the gold chain. I can love from a better than we not own team. Father with fire, come and not you a flame. Ambition with prayer, we make a poor shame. Still down to earth, album, we take the most pain. I found what I'm dirt dance, so me no play the most game.
And our students know it, so you can join in the chorus. Right?
And if they take everything, then I'll be half of my breath. Man, I be stay away, done well I jump. Life over everything, nothing like life. Nothing like life.
It means that life is the most important thing. There's nothing like having life and living to live. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to be here.
My great pleasure to extend sincere gratitude to our keynote speaker, Mrs. Whitney Smith-Currie. Mrs. Smith-Currie, on behalf of everyone here and those present on our social media platforms, thank you for taking the time to speak with us today. We are truly grateful for your enlightening and inspiring presentation. You have spoken with such eloquence and conviction, and I'm certain your words have not fallen on deaf ears. Thank you for reminding us that we are born to fly. Your advice to especially our parents is well noted, as they play a critical role in the lives of our students. Your speech was not only enlightening, but kept everyone captivated throughout the presentation. It is the quality of a great speaker to amuse the audience while pointing out important matters. The same is you. Once more, on behalf of the entire Aberdeen family, thank you for your valuable presence and your insightful words.
Thank you.
Mrs. Currie.
I get on my band that me no pain. Mama me happy than when the clothes stain. The money not change, not the gold chain. I can love for my brother, them we no roll team. Fight fire with fire, come on and show a flame. Ambition with prayer, we make you for shame. Still down to earth, album, me take the most plane. I forward from me dirt dance, so me no play the boss game. Sounds from me heart, so them have to connect. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of death. And if they take everything and all me have on my breath, man up the same way, done well I just. Life over everything, nothing like life. Nothing like life. Nothing like life. Nothing like that. Life over everything, nothing like life. Wish me coulda live again, something like Christ. Nothing like life. Nothing like life. Life are the ultimate, yeah. Me sad that you no hold me yet, no. Only if I check me get, oh. Father, you never let go. I know every day life pretty on the ground. I've only faith when I judge you in a row. I feel protect my 3 points when I see me with my. Today you're up, tomorrow life slow you down. So the things set, we a fight from young. Enough dreams and you dying at the slum. I forgive thanks for the rise of the sun. What me say I just life.